Today I got a pretty short story for you, but an interesting nonetheless. I'm 100% sure you will enjoy it. It's about this spoiled kid, this total idiot of a dude who wrecked my electric bicycle when I was like 9 years old. So yeah, make sure to stick through the end, and before I forget, if you want to be featured on this channel and send in your own story, you can do so by mailing me at rajbusiness@gmail.com. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So this story took place when I was 9 years old, like I said before, and well, it was a great year to be honest. Like, I was doing pretty well in school, and I remember as a kid I had a multiplication table, and basically from 1 to 10, and I basically just memorized them all by heart. And like, I remember it was really a race between who, which kid of our class would be the first to memorize all of them. And you see, my parents, they promised me that if I learn all those tables, if I memorize all of them, I will get a very expensive new toy. They told me I will get an e-bike. And at that time, those bikes were around between $200 and like $500, something like that. So they were pretty expensive toys. And there were also like petrol versions of it, but eventually I just memorized all of those tables. I got like a 10 out of 10 points in my exam, and like I got the bike for my birthday. And I mean, I was so happy. Like, the bike was pretty fast, even though it was not entirely legal for me to be driving it without a license. It was still considered like a toy, so I wouldn't really drive it very far, where like all the police were going and stuff. So I would just drive it around my house in the neighborhood, maybe in like a parking lot or something. My dad would always accompany me during those rides. But I was always like the coolest kid on the block, while riding that bike, because it was quite an expensive toy, and none of the friends I knew, none of the kids in my classroom even saw that bike. So they were like, wow, this is really nice, man. Can I also drive maybe sometime? And at first I was like, no, of course not. This is a really expensive bike and you don't even know how to drive it, Like, I'm not gonna let you drive the bike. This is way too expensive. And if it breaks, my parents will be furious at me. But eventually I kind of felt like a douchebag, and I tried to be this really cool dude who lets people ride on his bicycle and also lets people just walk all over him, be manipulated like the stupid idiot I was. So yeah, guess what? That is exactly what happened. One day I was driving around the block, around the neighborhood, and there was this kid, and he was very stupid. Like, his motorics were like really bad, and he was kind of evil in a way. He was very spoiled. And like, one day he saw me driving this, and like, he definitely got jealous at me, right? And like, I had such a weird feeling about him, such a bad feeling. I thought like, I have to prevent him from sitting on the bike and riding on it, because this can only go so wrong, However, I had another problem, and that problem was a full bladder. Like, I really needed to pee, so I just searched for like a really nice spot, like a really nice bushy spot where I can, do my deed. But it was kind of muddy in that park, like kind of like there was a lot of sand, and I didn't want to make my scooter very dirty, so I just put the e-scooter next to the park, like on the pavement, and I was like so fast, I ran away, like rode away from that kid. Like, there was literally like a 3 to 4 minute drive from the old location of the same kid, so I thought I was safe, right? I thought he would not see where I was headed, but unbeknownst to me, this idiot actually followed me and spied on me and ran all the way like behind me, because he thought I would stop eventually, and he was right. The bastard was right. So I get my bike, I get off my bike, I take a quick leak. Oh my god, I can't even speak anymore. And like, I just walk. I think my bike was around like 30 to 40 seconds walk from like where I was standing, next to the bushes. I was doing it, I was going to the toilet, I guess you can say. And then behind me, I hear some bushes opening up, and the idiot is just running towards my bike. And I'm like, hey, stop it right now. Just don't move a muscle. And like I was like in the middle of doing it, so I couldn't just stop, right? I couldn't just pee my pants. Like it's not worth it, man. Like that would be even more embarrassment. So I just see the kid getting on my scooter, and like at that point I was like, oh no, because he was holding the steering wheel and he was accidentally kind of like, he was not even sitting on the thing, and like he didn't know how to brake, he didn't know, he only knew how to accelerate, and like so he basically starts accelerating and literally just crashes the scooter like into a wall, and like kind of scrapes the side of the wall and like into the bushes too. So like the scooter was just all broken, and I was just so damn angry because that scooter was so expensive, and like, oh my god, this idiot just crashed my scooter, what the fuck. And after that happened, I believe he scraped his elbow, his arm, his left arm against the wall that he was scraping by, and like he didn't really look like he was in much pain, so he would just get up and ditch the scooter and just run away before I could even catch him. And I just went back to my scooter. I looked down and I was like on the verge of tears. Like I was so sad when that happened. And ever since that moment, I mean, like the battery would start dying. We kind of fixed it, you know, because like it was broken, but not broken beyond repair. But like after that, like the scooter would just have all these problems. Like the battery would just break. It would barely have the same speed it used to have before, you know, we bought it. So it was just so, basically everything was ruined. And moral of the story, don't give your scooter to ride to like a random kid, and just always be sure on the lookout, stand on the lookout. And yeah, I definitely learned my lesson back then. The best way to support my channel is to binge watch my story videos. They are showing up on the screen right now. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to smash the like button, it would mean the world to me. Subscribe if you are new on the channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.